it's Marlo again. Look, my nails are done. Woo! That never happens. I promised a little while back that I would do a quick video on how to roll a character, well, the dice rolling portion. And so what this is going to be is a quick rolling your dice, what the Constitution modifiers are for, and a quick overview of the characters and races in the Player's Handbook, which is the basic Player's Handbook. There's some other classes and races and expansions and stuff, but for now we're just going to do this one because this is what most people usually stick by. It's a good one to stick with when you're first playing because it's a lot less overwhelming. You have in the back of a Player's Handbook, there is a basic printout where you can copy for a Player's Handbook for the character sheet. There's also packets you can buy from Wizards of the Coast that have 2 or 3 different styles. So if you like to keep your skills sorted by your stats, there's one where it's sorted that way. There's some simple ones. There's some that would be really great for kids because they're very simplified. This is the basic one in the book. When I use do them on the computer, if I show you on D&D Beyond, they're closest to this. They're not exact, but they're close. Okay, these are your basic modifiers, though, you're going to deal with. Please pardon the tremors today. They're not good. You're going to have strength, which is obvious. It's how strong you are. Dexterous is how good you are at doing things with range or with nimbleness and fine motor skills. Constitution is how stout you are. When you're in a drinking contest, are you going to hold up better than somebody else? Roll a Constitution check to find out. Then also how hardy you are, how impervious you are to poison or illness or sickness. Intelligence and wisdom. These are the two people get confused. Intelligence is knowing things, how much stuff you know and what you know. Say whether you remember something you learned in a book, how learned you are. Wisdom is knowing what to do in the right situation and just street smarts and common sense. They're not the same thing. Charisma is how charismatic you are. How good are you with people? Do people like you? People find you attractive, even if you're butt ugly, and people still go, wow, I like you. Then you have really high charisma. In each different class, in race, you get bonuses to some of these. So when you're trying, there's 2 different ways you can do it normally. You can either roll your stats and decide what you want to play. Well, actually, 3 different ways. You can roll your numbers and then go put them in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and go, okay, what class would I want to play with these stats? You can go roll your stats and then go, what do I want to do with these? Or you can also pick your class and race first and then roll your stats and figure them in. Completely all up to you. First thing we're going to come to, though, after the modifiers is rolling your dice. When you're rolling dice for your modifiers, you start with 4 dice. When we were in 3.5, we would do 5 dice and drop the highest and the lowest for each one. So, for example, but I'm not going to show you that because I don't want to get you confused. So, I'm going to have to roll 6 sets of numbers. So, I'm going to roll take and drop the lowest one. So, my first number is going to be 11 because it's 5 plus 6. And I'm going to write that down so I can keep up with it. I'm just going to write it down over here. This is where stick-it notes and notepads are fantastic. You're going to do this 6 times. Me as a DM and most of my friends who DM, if you roll a 1, you can automatically re-roll it. On this, not always. But on this you can. So there's 14. Another 1. So this one's a pretty darn good one. So that's going to be 15. So far I have an 11, a 14, and a 15. That was Jerry coming in the room, by the way. He was being quiet and polite. Okay, my lowest is a 2, so I'm going to pull it aside. So I have another 14, because it's 6 plus 3 is 9, plus 5 is 14. And keep in mind, a 10 is an average number. So even 11 is better than average. So if you get low numbers, don't worry. Roll this one again, because it was a 1. looks like I may not have any negative modifiers. That's not near as much fun that way. I always group mine by 10 to count, so there's 10 plus 5, so that's 15. Or at least I do when I can. And there's another 15. So there's some pretty decent numbers to work with. Now, you're going to decide which group you want to put them into. But for me, I'm going to look at my class and race first. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop because it's already a 5-minute video. And I'll come back in just a minute and we'll talk about class and race and how to fill them in. Be right back.